What is up, everybody? I am back to an extent. I got a bunch of videos scheduled this week, but this is more like a public service announcement because a couple of weeks ago, I went out and I got drugged in a bar. And I know I was not the direct target, and I'm still really fucking pissed off about it. Not to mention, now I'm paranoid when I do go out. But I wanted to share this story because, for one, if you're in the Illinois, if you're in the state of Illinois, this happened to me in the Schaumburg area at a dance club out there. It happened about 2 Wednesdays ago. And I could tell you that night, like I felt like I was going to fucking die. Not to mention what happened with my friend was even more fucked up. So friend and I decided we were going to go out. We went bowling, great time. And then afterwards, we're like, we're still having fun. So let's go out, to the Schaumburg area. We'll go hit up a bar out there and have a couple drinks, and then we'll call it a night. Right. So we hit up a bar that I will not mention because I don't know. I don't want any fucking legal issues or whatever, because I still don't even know what I'm going to do about it. I probably should file a police report. But so we ordered drinks. We ordered the same drinks. They were vodka Red Bulls, right? And usually when I am the designated driver, I will get a drink or two in the night, but I usually nurse those drinks throughout the night. And so if I get 2 drinks, it's probably going to last me like 3 hours, right? Because I'm trying to be responsible. So we met a couple people there, so we were talking to them, and all of a sudden, like as I'm drinking my drink, as the night goes on, I'm starting to feel like a little buzz, right? Which is weird because this is like my first drink in a couple hours, and I'm usually very good at handling my alcohol, but started getting a little buzz. So I was like, holy shit, they probably made this drink strong, and I didn't eat much throughout that day, so obviously alcohol is taking effect, right? So slowly drinking my drink, and as I'm drinking my drink, the buzz is getting a little bit more, right? And not to mention my friend is getting a lot more, right? She's like 112 pounds, so if the drink's affecting me, the drink is really affecting her. So night continues to go on, about an hour or so in it, like now I'm feeling like, okay, now it's time to go, right? Like now this drink has hit me. I can't understand why. So I, corral her up, drive on back, drop her off at home. Well, as she's getting out of my car, she can't even walk. And this is a person that, she's a small person, but she can handle her alcohol pretty well too. And so she stumbles out of the car. So I run after her as she's walking up to her door because she tumbles into the outside wall of the house. So I go out there, I grab her, and then I literally had to walk her in the house, right? And she's being belligerent and spouting off nonsense. And in my mind, I'm thinking like, Jesus Christ, like how many drinks did you have tonight? Because I saw a couple, but I don't know, maybe she was doing shots with the people we met. I don't know, but at the same time, these people we met, one of the guys was acting really, really fucking weird too. Like he kept just pacing throughout the bar. Like he would do this weird like pace through, pace out, and do this weird looking thing. Like it was really fucking bizarre, right? And at this point, now the drink's starting to hit me a little bit even harder, and I'm like, the fuck? So I'm drinking more water. I'm walking her in the house, and then I head back home. That as I'm getting home, by the time I pull into my driveway and get upstairs, now the drink's really hitting me, right? Like I'm feeling very wonky. It's hard for me to walk straight. So I'm like, fuck, I'm going to slam down a bottle of water and then I'm going to hit the bed, right? And as I'm laying in bed, now shit starts hitting hard. All of a sudden, like I can't remember if I dozed off or not, but I was like hallucinating. I was like seeing these weird like geometry and these shapes and cartoons, and it was making me very nauseous. The lights, when I closed my eyes, like I started seeing light shows, and it was like really bright to the point where it was like hurt my eyes and giving me a headache. Well, then I noticed my legs and feet and basically my whole body starts feeling like this really like prickly feeling, almost like it was a bunch of porcupines underneath my skin, just all stabbing out, right? And my skin feels like very, very cold, but I'm starting to feel very, very hot. Well, then I noticed I cannot move. Like I can't move my arms. Like I'm kind of like stuck like this on my chest, and my breathing's getting really shallow, right? It's like everything's getting really heavy, and I'm like, holy fuck. And then obviously my anxiety kicks in, right? Because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I had like a drink and a half for the night, and I'm feeling like I just downed a bunch of mushrooms and smoked a bunch of weed all at the same time. So I cannot move. So at this point, my breathing, it's getting harder and harder to breathe. My heart rate is pounding. When I checked my watch, it was like probably like 100, I think it was around 180 something beats a minute. Like it was fucking pounding. But at the same time, I couldn't even like lift my chest to inhale. So I'm like, fuck, I got to call 911. Right. So I try to roll over. I can't get to my phone. I can't move at all. Can't fucking move. So I'm trying to, I can't extend my arms out. Like my phone was literally like an arm's reach away. It was on my nightstand. And I can't even extend my arms out to get to my phone. So I'm like, fuck. I can't call 911. I can barely breathe. I can't even fucking move. I'm like paralyzed at this point. And I just started saying prayers in my head. And I was like, well, shit, Latin night is going to fucking kill me. That's my demise, right? Like I go out to have a Red Bull vodka at Latin night, and that's going to be the death of me. That is how I'm going to exit this world. So I'm pretty much just preparing myself that I don't know what the fuck's going on, but this is not, I'm not getting out of this. It was fucking scary. And finally, I want to say it was like an hour, but it seemed like eternity. It might have even only been 20 minutes. I don't even know at this point, because a lot of the stuff was very hazy from when I got home to when I laid in bed to when all this shit started happening. I just knew I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. My heart was pounding. My head was pounding, and I could not reach my phone to call 911. And so things started subsiding. Breathing's getting a little bit easier. Anxiety's going down. I'm telling myself to breathe. And this whole time, all I keep telling myself is breathe. Keep breathing. Don't stop breathing. And I'm taking very deep breaths, slow breaths, trying to calm everything down. And, I doze off. Well, flash forward to 5:30 in the morning, and all of a sudden my friend is hovering over me while I'm in bed, screaming my name for help, and in an absolute panic, because from when I dropped her off to when she showed up at my apartment, she doesn't know what the fuck happened. Somehow she managed to stumble into her car, drive off, and she has no clue where the fuck she went, who the fuck she met. And all of a sudden she ends up at my apartment in an absolute fucking panic, because from 1 o'clock to about 5 to about 4 o'clock, she's completely blacked out at this point. Didn't even realize she left the house. And so, she's panicked. So I'm trying to calm her down. I'm telling her, I'm like, I think we got fucking drugged. She doesn't know what's going on. So we finally put her to bed, and she slept like probably a good 14 hours. And when she woke up, she had no clue how she ended up at my house. She didn't know that she drove there. She was in a complete panic. We went outside. We looked at her car to make sure she didn't hit anything. So that was pretty much the gist of the story, right? And so, given everything that happened, I went to the doctor. They did blood work, and it turns out I tested positive for fentanyl. So at some point in the night, somehow fentanyl ended up in my Red Bull vodka. And I am not a drug person, for one. So anybody watching this video is probably like, oh, he's probably doing, I don't do drugs. Two, I didn't know that was a thing. I knew fentanyl ended up in like cocaine and heroin. I know it was being laced in the drugs. I didn't know people were slipping this shit in people's drinks. And I think the guy that was acting erratic at the bar, either maybe somehow he had something to do with it, or maybe it was the bartenders, because I'm hearing a lot of stories now as I'm telling people my story, that this is, I guess this is a common thing that bartenders are doing to people. Either bartenders are getting pissed or and slipping shit in people's drinks, or bartenders are doing it, put medications in people's drinks, probably to get them fucked up so they buy more drinks and tip better. I don't know. I know, obviously, I think she was the intended target. Since we were drinking the same drinks, I think I was kind of like the innocent victim in there. I guess it was not intended for me. I didn't wake up next to like 15 dudes with my pants off or anything like that. Thank God, or else I'd probably fucking off myself. But I'm pretty sure she was the intended target. From what I remember, I think I overheard this one guy say he was a regular. He goes there every Wednesday night. So I will be making another trip there at some point, and I probably should call the police, because that is very concerning to me. So I'm doing this video because you guys got to be careful, especially women out there. Like, this shit affected me, and I'm, a 180 pound, 6'1" person. Like, the person I was with, she's 112 pounds at soaking wet, and this shit really affected her. Not to mention, for us, we were really weird for about a week after this, and according to the doctor, it's because usually if they're slipping shit that involves fentanyl, it's like medication, so it actually could be mixed with more than just the fentanyl, and we were going through the withdrawals of that medication. And thank God we only had like a drink, because had we had more, I can honestly say I don't think I'd be sitting here telling the story right now. I think I'd be another fucked up statistic, and I don't know where the human decency went, but the fact that people are doing this to other people, especially women, is, I mean, these people should be hung. I'm sorry. This is fucking disgusting. My friend could very easily put herself in a bad situation. She could have very easily died that night. She could have very easily got raped that night and would have had no recollection of it whatsoever. And that's what's fucked up the most. And that is why I'm doing this video and sharing this story, because that part fucking pisses me off. The fact that my best friend got drugged. I don't even care about me getting drugged. Whatever. Yeah, if my time, it's my time. I don't give a fuck. But the fact that she was put in a position where that could have happened to her fucking pisses me off. And the fact that there's women, especially a lot of women, that probably go to this place because it is a very popular place in the area, and this could be happening to people in that place. That fucking pisses me off. So anybody, man or woman, I'm telling you right now, when you go out to bars, because now I have I'm totally paranoid now when I'm getting drinks in places I'm not familiar with. If you are ordering beer, if it's a bottle, for one, I wouldn't even order it from the tap. Order it from the bottle or the can, whatever they serve. Make sure those bartenders open it right in front of you. Like, fucking watch them open it. Or just open it yourselves. Like, sneak in a bottle opener or, whatever. Just open the shit yourself. And if you were getting mixed drinks, like martinis, whatever, and you're in a bar setting, I would advise you go to the bar, order the drink, and watch those people like a fucking hawk when they make it. And if you do not see them make it, I say don't even drink it. Send it back and make them make it right in front of you. And when you order it, tell them, I want you to make the drink right here. Because I don't know if it was, I'm not going to accuse the bartenders because they were super nice that night, but you never know. I'm pretty sure it was this person that was acting erratic that we were talking to. My intuition is telling me it's that motherfucker. And so be very vigilant when you're out in bars. And if you're going to go to the bathroom, I wouldn't even set your drink down and be like, can you watch my drink? Because that's what I did. I had my drink there. My friend was there. I said, hey, I'm going to go to the bathroom. And I kind of slide my drink like in front of her, right? They're not gonna sit there and stare at your drink the whole time you're taking a piss. Let's be real. You're in a public setting. Things distract you. The people we were talking to could have very well distracted her. I don't know. But so if you're going to go to the bathroom, take your drink with you. If you're going to go on the dance floor, take your drink. Do not leave your drink unattended is what I'm getting at. Like, if you're going to go dancing and you leave your drink on the table and you go dancing for 10 minutes, don't come back and drink the drink. Just order another one. Because you don't know what that could have happened to that drink in those 10 minutes. Even if you're in a place you're very comfortable with and very familiar with, stay vigilant. Because I didn't know. I knew the roofie thing was a thing. I didn't know, what I didn't know fentanyl was being shoved in people's drinks. That's fucked up. The fact that you can't now you got to be cautious going out and have a good time is disgusting. And that's why I wanted to do this video. I just want to make people aware that this happened. This happened not too far away. And this happened at a very popular place that I know hundreds of people go to every single weekend. And so especially women, but men too, because you could be the indirect target. I could have easily been drugged to take me down, right, and get me all fucked up so this person can go away with the person that was there with. That could easily happen. And that could easily happen with guys who are there with their girlfriends, right? If some sick motherfucker decides he likes your girlfriend, he can very well drug you to get you out of the equation and then go home with her, and she'll have no clue what the fuck happened, right? So, again, be very vigilant. I hate that this is my comeback video is this public service announcement. So if you're in the Illinois area, if you're in anywhere in the United States and you are in a bar that you are not comfortable with, and you don't know anybody with, or it's a popular bar or trendy bar or dance club or whatever, do not leave any of your drinks unattended. I mean, if you order a water, right, don't leave that shit unattended. I'm telling you that right now, because I thought I was a goner. I thought for sure I was dead. The way I was feeling, I've never felt that way before in my life. And as I was explaining it to the doctor, like he pretty much kind of like signed on to the because all of a sudden he started asking me about, did I do any drugs recreationally? Have I done cocaine? Have I done this? Have I done that? Right. And so I knew something was up from that point, because as it was telling the story, he just basically went, huh. And then he just started spouting off a bunch of questions. So yeah, I still don't know what I'm going to do about it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be making another trip to that bar on the same night that I went to when this happened, because yeah, I can't let this shit go. And I don't know what else to do other than what I'm familiar with doing when situations arise and it affects me or somebody I really care about. So that is my story for today. Everybody, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. If you're listening to this and watching this on Spotify, make sure you follow the channel, because I got a lot of new content coming up. Again, trying to steer away from the reaction videos a little bit, because it's just people are fucked up. The world is fucked up right now. I think people got mind fucked the last few years. And what's the reaction videos gonna do? It's gonna raise their weirdness and just piss people off. It's just pissing me off, seeing the way these people act. So trying to take this channel into a new direction. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Again, this happened in Illinois, the Schaumburg area, but it can happen anywhere. Chicago, any major city. Be very vigilant. Ladies, be very careful. Men, be very careful. Watch your women like a hawk, please, because we were both just, I was fucked up for a couple days. She was fucked up for a couple days. It was bad. It was bad. And now I very much feel it when I'm out ordering a drink. I get nervous, and that shit usually doesn't do that to me. So everybody have a great weekend. I'm out. Peace.